Hello, everyone. Um, I wanted to take a moment or two to really clarify what's going on in Module 5. There was a couple of questions that were answered, and I thought that we could just go through it step by step about what's expected in Module 5. Um, First off, the case study assignments are no longer a group assignment. We've had that for a few modules now. Um, and that remains to be the case in Module 5. So the case study assignment is now an individual assignment. There was a little confusion on the due date. I did move the due date to Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Because it is an individual assignment now. But I would highly encourage you to go ahead and finish that earlier in the week rather than later. I think it'll be helpful um, as you complete other assignments in the module. Uh, you do want to watch the interactive lecture first before you do the case study. The interactive lecture alludes to some things that you're going to need to do in the case study. So, in case you're unfamiliar with it, this is what the interactive lecture looks like. Oh, there it is. Uh, so, watch the interactive lecture. It talks about development through the guise of the Megacorp case study. So, there is some relevant information in the Megacorp case study in the interactive lecture. So make sure you watch that first. And there's some items to download as well. So particularly, what's going to be important for your exploration of the case study assignment is the training materials. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. And this is what it looks like, right? So you see the lesson plan has already been completed. So what you're left to do, and it explains this in the lecture, is the PowerPoint and the discussion handout, right? And the discussion handout uh, is an activity and it is a piece of content that relates to the lesson plan for the Megacorp training. Okay, so just to clarify what exactly it is the discussion handout is relating back to, it's an activity that relates back to the lesson plan. And for a little bit more clarity here, let me see if I can get to it. So this is the lesson plan template, right? And to help you, I would suggest using the activity assessment performance template portion of the lesson plan to complete uh, your discussion participant handout. So you don't have to do the entirety of the lesson plan template. We don't need it all in this case, but we can utilize this portion here, which is the activity portion. So that's another tool. Now you can feel free to make up your own. Um, if you feel comfortable with that, I encourage you to. I'd like to see what kind of work you come up with, but um, just know that this is here to help you. Okay. Additionally, there are other. Let's see if I can remember where it's at. There are other images and templates that you can download. Kelly asked us to create the PowerPoint using the PowerPoint template, and then there's some branding images, and we talked about branding a little bit in the lecture. So we're going to use these images to brand it. So those hyperlinks will provide that. Okay, so hopefully that clears up some of the questions that you guys had about the assignment. As always, feel free to either post in the Ask the Professor discussion board, or you can write me directly, call me, however you like to contact me, if you have any other questions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with this week, and yeah, see you then.